Yes, YouTube, here we go. It is VWE. We are back with the Ryan Rivers career mode today, episode 10. Episode 10, we have reached a landmark already, which is absolutely insane. First of all, thank you so much for all the love and support on the rest of the videos before this. If you haven't seen any before and you're new here, welcome. We've got the complete back catalogue of this Careerverse for you in a playlist on the channel, ready to go and watch at your own leisure. But before we get into episode 10, recap of episode 9, where Andre Chase comes out and confronts Ryan Rivers about the fact that in the Duke Hudson match, Andre Chase noticed a weakness in the game of Ryan Rivers and wanted one more chance, one more opportunity to get an actual first win over Ryan Rivers, because still Andre Chase was struggling to come to terms with the fact that he could not beat Ryan Rivers. And as you can see, Ryan accepted that challenge. But before that match could come about, Rich Holland would come in. He would drop an absolute bombshell saying he'd talked to Shawn Michaels, who, for those of you who don't know, is the general manager of NXT here in this Ryan Rivers Careerverse. And Shawn Michaels had agreed to interject Rich Holland into this match because of his history with Ryan Rivers. And instead of it being on a normal NXT show, like it was supposed to have been, one-on-one with Andre Chase, this match became a triple threat match. But not just any triple threat match, a triple threat match at Halloween Havoc. I'm not going to say how that match went because I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it is that has brought us to this, which is episode 10 of the Ryan Rivers career mode here today. Guys, if you enjoy this, please do leave a like on the video, leave your comments underneath in the comments box below, and subscribe to the channel because we have much more of the Ryan Rivers Careerverse to come. It will just seamlessly transition over into WWE2K25 along with the 2K26 content that is to come. So if you're excited about that, and then you're excited about the 2K26 game, let me know. If you're excited about what's to come on this channel like I am, then please let me know. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into episode number 10 of this Careerverse here today. Let's go. So if those of you haven't seen yet, I suggest you go back and see what happened at Halloween Havoc. As far as I'm concerned, whatever that result was, I am now done with Rich Holland. I am now done. What? What? Ryan, I had to come out here because, quite frankly, I am sick of hearing you talk about being better than everybody else, better than the rest of the roster. Hell, you don't even have a year under your belt yet, and you're talking like you should be the champion around here. If you want a title match, you're gonna have to go through me. Ashanti, it's cute what you're doing. You're coming out here making a challenge, but I can only assume you didn't hear what I said about people who get in the way of my hopes and dreams, of my goals here in NXT or in WWE as a whole. So I'll tell you what, let me remind you. Oh my god, Ryan Rivers has just absolutely clocked Ashanti the Adonis over the head with a microphone, but Ashanti is going to try and fight back here against Rivers, and we have got an impromptu fight. And listen to this crowd, they are absolutely loving it here. Ashanti might have just messed up, in my opinion, as he is absolutely just collapsed down by that huge chop that you heard echo all around this NXT arena and the crowd here with a massive roar because Rivers has pulled out a steel chair and he's just now going to go to work on the Adonis with this chair. Ashanti rolls out the way of that shot though, and he's going to fight back here, and I don't think Rivers would have expected this out of the Adonis, but it was only a momentary thing as he's clocked with that huge clothesline, turned absolutely inside out, and the chair is broken, and Rivers is just standing there taunting the Adonis, and then the big spine buster onto the chair. And that, people, has led us to this. We have an official match this week now, made last week after that explosive action by our general manager Shawn Michaels. And what a call this is, because now we're gonna truly see who's best. No cheap shots, no chairs, none of that. We're gonna settle this in the ring the way it should always be. Ashanti the Adonis, as you can hear, is going up against Ryan Rivers in a one-on-one contest. And as quick as all this issue started, it could end right here, right now, as Ashanti makes his way to the ring. But I was wrong. I was wrong, because there is a cheap shot in this entrance of Ashanti here, and again he's going to get worn out with a steel chair. Ryan Rivers here is playing no games, but this was wrong. This was absolutely wrong. Ashanti did not see this coming. I did not see this coming. Another chair broken over the midsection of Adonis, and now the weapon that is becoming synonymous with Ryan Rivers, that sledgehammer, gets buried into the midsection of Ashanti, who gets chopped down for his troubles. And here we go again with the sledgehammer. Rivers just having his way with the Adonis here. Listen, the Adonis, I agree with him. Ryan has not got much experience, and maybe he should be at the bottom of the ladder, because he has only just got here in NXT, in WWE, as we go into recovery into 2 already. But Ashanti just about manages to kick out there. But Ryan has only just got here. He's not got much experience. He maybe should be at the bottom of the ladder, like Ashanti said, but Ryan ain't playing that as he goes into another cover here. Near fall, but Ashanti again off the spine buster. Manages to roll the shoulder up, and Ryan had a bit of a confused look on his face there, I can't deny. Wondering, I think, how Ashanti's managing to kick out of this after the assault in his entrance by Rivers. Boom goes Ashanti again with that running power slam into another cover here, and again the Adonis kicks out. Not getting much offense in, which you can understand with what happened before this match even got underway, but showing his heart nonetheless here is the Adonis. Look at this now though, Rivers again using his power here, has given himself a decided advantage in this match, as if he needed one with what we've seen from him so far. But he's done it nonetheless, and Ashanti now has just got to find a way to somehow, some way, battle back in this match. But yeah, as I was saying, Ryan Rivers is not playing the game where he's at the bottom of the ladder. He is not going to wait for his turn, and he is laser focused on getting himself an NXT title match. And the way he's going in the ring at the moment, you would have to say he must be turning heads. He absolutely must be in the offices where the powers that be lay. And speaking of laying, that's exactly what Ashanti's doing, as he is just being exploded into the buckles, just being thrown around the ring from pillar to post. And you see it again here, and Ryan just reaffirming with anyone who wants to listen, as you can hear from that fan there, that he is the best, that he is the number one in this industry, regardless of how long he's been here, as he buries the knee into that midsection, and you can see Ashanti is just lifeless almost right now. Big elbow drop from Rivers there. Absolutely huge. And he is just completely, he's sending a message here. Just having his way with the Adonis. And he has proven, has Rivers, time and again already, even though he's young in his career, he will take a win any way it comes. We have seen him get count-out victories. We have seen him now attack people in their entrance. He'll do whatever it takes to climb the rankings, and he can only do that, and he knows that, by winning matches. But we are going back and forth here in the middle of the ring. Wrestling out the window. This is just who's the toughest here. Ryan countering that punch there from the Adonis, but Ashanti's not backing down. To his credit, they're just going hell for leather here. Haymaker after haymaker. Now the right hands from them both. Who's going to come out on top here? It is Rivers, and listen to the electricity in this place. And Ashanti has probably just felt the electricity go straight through his chest from that chop there. And Rivers is going to try and calm this thing back down with another huge elbow drop. Just keeping Ashanti grounded, keeping this at his pace where he can use his power. And everything is going swimmingly for him right now as he calls the ref over. It's 1, it's 2, and I'm not too sure there. Did Rivers just get up? Or did Ashanti go ahead and kick out? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm not too sure what just happened in that one. But nonetheless, absolutely huge boot to that midsection that's been damaged by that steel chair and by that sledgehammer before the match and by Ryan Rivers during this match. Big right hand from Ryan again. And Ashanti, as much as he's trying to fight here, he just can't get anything going right now. It is all Ryan Rivers in this match. Oh, backbreaker. Backbreaker again, and just nonchalantly tossed across the ring is the Adonis there. Rivers goes for the cover again. 1, 2, 3. No, it's not 3. And Rivers has let Ashanti up here. There is no doubt about that one. Rivers could have got the 3 there, but he broke the count himself. And then the overhead belly-to-belly suplex as he's going to continue the punishment here on the Adonis, it seems. And you can hear the crowd starting to quieten down a bit here. You can start once again to hear the boos going around the arena. They're only quiet at the moment, but they are definitely there. And Rivers is just, he's taking the mick, quite frankly, out of Ashanti here as he's going to lock him up here in this inverted Texas cloverleaf. And look at the torque that's going through the body of the Adonis here as he is locked up middle of the ring. He can't struggle to the ropes, but he can shift his weight and throw Rivers off him. That is impressive there from the Adonis who, wow, the power of Ashanti there. He might have just took this one. Rivers is going to pay for the cockiness. No, he's not. He manages to kick out himself, but he just got dominated there by the Adonis. And then the Adonis is swept down, and Rivers, to his credit, has just shrugged that Dominator off like it didn't even happen to him. Such is the power of this man. He sits Ashanti down onto the buckles, and off the top comes Ashanti with a huge power bomb in the center of the ring. I thought Ryan there might go for the cover, but no. Listen to this place. It has come unglued again here. And Ashanti is in the middle of the ring in trouble once again in a Texas cloverleaf. But again, he manages to find his way out of that. Goes for his super kick. I believe that's called the long kiss goodnight. I'm not sure. Let me know again in the comments as Ashanti here finds himself once again in trouble in the bear hug this time. No wasted motion by Rivers with all submissions, everything to the midsection. And then he bows because he knows he has just got Ashanti where he wants him. And the crowd again here are starting to boo Rivers. Ashanti with that nice step back though. He will not go away in this match. No matter how much Rivers puts him through torture, Ashanti keeps coming, but that's a mistake. That is a huge mistake. And he's going to pay for it instantly with that German suplex that launches him across the ring again. And now what's Rivers got in mind here? It doesn't matter what he's got in mind, because again Ashanti tries to fight back. Again he goes for that super kick, but he just gets Uranagi down to the floor. The story of this match has been the fact that Rivers is just too powerful for Ashanti the Adonis right now. I think the Adonis jumped on the fact that Rivers was so inexperienced and thought he could take him, but he's been proven wrong here, and he's going to get absolutely cut in half with that spear. And the crowd now are pleading with Rivers to just finish the Adonis off here, but Rivers is just taking his time as he does, playing to the crowd, and they can't make up their minds about Rivers right now, which is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Purifier in the middle of the ring, on the back of the head, and that's Ashanti finished. There is no two ways about it. That is Ashanti finished. And the fact that he hasn't gone for the cover has got these people booing him out of this arena again. They're going backwards and forwards with Rivers at the moment. He has given the signal that this one's going to be over as he looked for his dynasty lock, but Ashanti again finds something, again fights back, and he's going to go for it again here, the super kick, but Rivers counters it. Rivers countered the super kick, throws Ashanti away, and then catches him in midair. And that is a huge backbreaker. And again, just when you think Ashanti is going to come up with something, Rivers stops that momentum in its tracks and punishes Adonis some more. He went for that pendulum backbreaker, but that was great athleticism by the Adonis, and if you missed it, there is that sequence again. Rivers going to go for the backbreaker again. Ashanti counters it again, and again he misses that super kick and gets back suplexed for his troubles. Rivers again on top in this one. And as much as Ashanti keeps trying, he just can't get the edge in this match. And he's just getting punished for it again. The poor guy. I'm starting to feel sorry for the Adonis. Would Rivers have put him away though, is the question, if Ashanti didn't keep kicking out? We'll never know. But what we do know is that midsection is getting absolutely just torn apart by Ryan Rivers here as he buries those massive shoulders again into the abdominal area of the Adonis, who now gets thrown into the other corner. Are we going to see it again? We might have done, but Ashanti fights back again, but to no avail again as he's manhandled into the corner. But this man is not going to go away. He's caught with a punch there, up onto the shoulders of Rivers. Is he looking for the history maker? It doesn't matter, because the bottom just fell out for him with that reverse DDT. And once again Adonis is fighting back in this one. They both went for kicks. Ryan landed his first. Obviously he's a bit taller, a bit more rangy than the Adonis, and that played a big role in that. And I think Ryan is now about finished of playing with his food as he gets Ashanti on the shoulders, drops him with the history maker. 1, 2, 3. And the Adonis is put down. just like the rest of everybody who's gone up against Ryan Rivers right now, he is cutting through this NXT roster, and that was another good outing for him. And is that now the Adonis in the rear view mirror? And well, no is apparently the answer to that question, because we have got Apollo Crews now and Ashanti the Adonis versus Wesley and Ryan Rivers. This made by Shawn Michaels, and I can tell you 100% when I managed to get a word with Ryan Rivers earlier, he was not happy about this at all. We know with the Rich Holland situation, Ryan doesn't want to be in tag matches. He doesn't want to be a tag wrestler. He has got one singular focus, and that focus, sorry there for that guys, is the NXT Championship. And he sees this, he told me himself earlier, as a complete waste of his time. And again, he just doesn't want to be here, and maybe that's why he's not in the ring himself right now. I have to say, himself and Wesley are actually working pretty damn well together. We've saw that from Wesley before. Highly impressive. I can also tell you in this match, Ashanti the Adonis, he went to Shawn Michaels looking for another shot at Rivers. I don't know if this is how he thought he was going to play out either, but I can tell you that that midsection of Ashanti, you can see the damage it's done there, as there's a cheap shot on Apollo Crews by Ryan Rivers. Anything around that midsection at the moment, that midsection is not in good shape. And I doubt that Ashanti is at 100%, and I question whether he should even be in this match at all. But he's here, and he's doing his best to try and fight back against a much bigger opponent in Ryan Rivers, who grabs Ashanti now on the outside of the ring, and he is going to, we've seen this before, slam that lower back, the base of the spine, down onto the hardest part of the ring, that being the apron there, and Ashanti is in all kinds of trouble. And I don't think Rivers even cares that we're up to an 8 count here as he launches Adonis at the ring post. And he is once again going to accept a count-out victory here in his career. He just doesn't care. He didn't want to be part of this match. He didn't want to be a tag wrestler, and he has just sent that message straight upstairs to management, as he couldn't be bothered, it seemed like, with this match. Now we find ourselves watching something that happened after that match last week, where Ryan Rivers waited for Ashanti to be finished with whatever he was doing in the arena. And Ryan, before he left the arena himself, decided he wasn't quite done yet with Ashanti the Adonis. And I understand that in just a moment we are going to be speaking with Ryan Rivers, and maybe he'll comment on this and give us some answers as to why he felt it necessary to do what we are watching him do right now, which is just go ahead and injure Ashanti even more. I'm just being told Ryan is standing by now. So Ryan, any word, any comment on why you did what you did with Ashanti there? Why? Why am I being questioned for this? How many times have I told everybody on the roster, I'm going for the championship. I'm going to prove I'm the best that this industry has ever seen, so stay out of my way. Ashanti didn't just not stay out my way, he got in my face, and I've had to make a statement. When will these guys learn? That's what the question should be. I will not hesitate to treat anybody the way I've just treated Ashanti if they continue to stand in the way of me and my championship. I'll say it again. I ain't here to make friends. I ain't here to make allies. I ain't here to be nobody's tag partner, stablemate, nothing. I am here to be the best and to prove that I'm the best. And the only way to do that is to be the NXT champion. So everyone else, stay the hell out of my way.